Hello and welcome to Newsroom series. I'm Olumide Macaulay. Thank you for joining us. 9 individuals identified as prime suspects in connection with the recent wave of killings in Benue and Plateau states have been arraigned by the Department of State Services. The DSS also charged a suspected gunrunner arrested with 7 M16 rifles. The arraignment comes a week after the DSS filed charges against them before the Federal High Court in Abuja for allegedly carrying out attacks against the people of Abinsi and Yelwata villages on June 13, 2025. Now, some of the suspects were accused of attending and participating in a meeting which led to the committing of acts of terrorism. The offense, according to the DSS, is contrary to and punishable under Section 12 of the Terrorism Prevention and Prohibition Act of 2022. Now in the South-South region, Bayelsa State is preparing to host one of Nigeria's biggest gas and petrochemical projects. The management team of Brass Fertilizer and Petrochemical Company visited Governor Diri at the Government House in Yenagoa. The company also assured them that the construction of its multi-billion-dollar methanol and gas processing plants will begin soon. Governor Diri pledged the full support of the state, but also stressed that Bayelsa must benefit directly from the project.
For nearly 15 years, the Brass Fertilizer and Petrochemical Project has remained on paper, but now the project appears closer to reality as the management announces fresh timelines for execution.
The managing director of the Brass Extinguished Davis.
The managing director, Brass Fertilizer and Petrochemical Company, Mr. Ben Okoye, reveals that financing agreements are almost concluded, with construction expected to begin in October 2025.
By October this year, we will conclude the financing timelines for the gas plant. One assurance I'm giving you today is that the gas plant is taken off by October, and the methanol plant financial close is December 2025. So we are not coming back here again tomorrow to say we need extra time.
Also speaking, coordinator of the Brass Free Oil and Gas Zone, Cyril Akika, highlights the scale of the investment.
Today, the entire project for the development of methanol plant would cost 3.1 billion. A 10-year offtake agreement has been executed with Trafigura. The GPP plant, capacity of that plant, as of today, will be 340 million scoff per day. 15,000 people will be employed. At the completion of the project, permanent jobs of close to 5,000 will be retained for both the methanol plant, the gas processing plant, and the free zone itself.
Bayelsa State Governor Douye Diri welcomes the assurances, but insists that Bayelsa people must benefit directly since the state is host to the resources.
I will set up a team to be liaising with your team to ensure that some of those rough edges are smoothened so that these projects will commence with the timelines that you have announced to us from October and December. And so we are happy to note that all of these will improve the standard of living of the people of Bayelsa, the Niger Delta, and indeed Nigerians.
When completed, the Brass Fertilizer and Petrochemical Project is expected to become one of the largest methanol plants in Africa. It will also position Bayelsa State as a hub for gas-based industrialization and provide a long-term boost to Nigeria's economy.
The governor of Cross River State, Mr. Basio II, has inspected key state-owned facilities under renovation in the Southern Senatorial District. Governor II visited several project sites with top government officials to assess the amount of work that's been done. The projects focus on improving service delivery and strengthening governance in the state. The governor expressed satisfaction with the progress made so far, saying that renovations reflect his administration's commitment to upgrading public infrastructure. He emphasizes that quality delivery is a priority for every government project.
Far, I think they've gone to almost the completing stages, and I decided to move around. I think I started from Calabar South to look at some of our concrete roads because I got some reports, so I needed to check the integrity of the work done, and I'm quite satisfied with what's ongoing because there are some of the contractors that we have to release money to, but before we release public funds, we have to be sure that they followed the scope and, of course, the bill of quantities. So far, so good. I've been to about 3 or 4 sites. I was on the Nigerian Chronicle premises where there's still a lot of work to be done. From what I've seen on ground, I believe that there's still a lot of work because we are going to upscale that premises to world class. And the printing press is going to be something that we remember the days of old. So we are restoring it back fully. I'm not yet completely okay with the work there. So we're going to look at both the scope and what is happening there and then see whether we are to cancel whatever contracting that is ongoing there to make sure we engage a company that can deliver the quality that we want.
Edo State Governor Mr. Monday Okpebolo has assured traders at Oba Market in Benin City that they will retain the original slots when the market reconstruction is completed. He explained that the project is a fulfillment of his promise and part of efforts to improve infrastructure. The governor also adds that President Bola Tinubu's renewed hope agenda has created opportunities for government to embark on development projects across various sectors.
Without repairs, decay slowly followed abandonment and disuse years after a fire outbreak razed a large section of the Oba Market in Benin City, the Edo State capital, in 2016. However, a turnaround is in sight almost a decade after. Work to renovate and remodel the facility is now underway. The project is expected to be completed and delivered in 2026.
We have built them, they are being plastered. We have about 500 of them on the ground floor.
To meet this deadline, the project's contractors have adopted a day and night work schedule.
We have a proper firefighting system in this one, and then we are very committed to our quality. There is no compromise with the quality of work. Even you see in my back, if you can show my viewers, we have these blocks. These blocks are not from the market. We are molding our own blocks here because the quality of the blocks which we want, which we need, it is not available in the markets. That's why we decided to mold our own block here.
Governor Monday Okpebolo, on a mission to ascertain the progress of work on the project, which he recently approved, visits the market on an assessment tour. The governor says features incorporated into the upgraded Oba Market include a restaurant, sick bay, creche, and mini fire station.
The women that were here before, our brother were there here before, we not go drive them because we don't do the market finish. No project they send on our way. We not go back inside, go enjoy in our brand new market. We not happy for this one. You know, say, I don't tell the world, say, President Tinubu, they try. If not be him, I know get money can't do this work.
The assurance is music to the ears of the traders.
The way where the market will come be, with the dance. Now I see we will call the receive, we will call the jolly. Okpebolo number one.
Me got there happy where we say, God does say anybody when they build, if after you don't build the market finish, everybody go back to your shade.
The projects to the state government is a fulfillment of promise made to the people, demonstrating accountability, a hallmark of good governance. One reason they are determined the project's contractors maintain the required standard and meet the delivery date. Jessica Ndubusere, Channels Television News.
Meanwhile, beneficiaries of the NDDC-sponsored Livelihood Improvement Family Enterprises Niger Delta Life NG project commend the initiative for changing their lives and lifting their families out of poverty. They say the program is giving them fresh opportunity to build sustainable livelihood in their communities. They made this known during the distribution of agricultural inputs in Kana and Opobo and Koro local government areas of Rivers State, where more residents receive support under the Rural Poverty Alleviation Program.
It is the turn of Kana and Opobo and Koro local government areas in Rivers State to benefit from the ongoing distribution of agricultural inputs under the Livelihood Improvement Family Enterprises Niger Delta Life ND project, sponsored by the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, in partnership with the federal government and IFAD. At the incubation center in Wiyakara, Kana local government, young poultry farmers receive bags of poultry feed, equipment, and financial support after completing their training. The Rivers State Project Coordinator, represented at the event, explains that the support will help grow agribusiness in the community.
The essence of this project is to improve the life of the lucky one that has been selected, to improve their livelihood, and from this they will become employers of labor, improve their own family livelihood life, employer of labor, and also key in to the food security problem in Nigeria. They will be part of those that will be helping out. Their product will now help out in the food security challenge of Nigeria. They should take this item given to them seriously and use them judiciously as is given to them and as by their training. They want them to be also an incubators and agripreneurs in future. They are to be model to the other members in their community.
In Opobo and Nkoro, a coastal local government, beneficiaries express readiness to put the items to proper use in order to achieve the goals of the program.
This program has helped me, taught me a lot from our training when we started up to this moment. It has helped us, it has helped me, and also my community because of the lack of job opportunity, but this has brought job for us, and from here now we believe that God will help us and we have started something and will excel.
We will not be lack of food or anything again, because due to this now we can be able to take care of ourselves, take care of our parents, take care of our family. We will also take care of our children.
The Life ND project seeks to transform the rural economy in the Niger Delta by focusing on 7 key commodities: rice, cassava, plantain, oil palm, cocoa, poultry, and fishery.
We'll have the training period, we'll have the mentorship period. What we're about entering now is the mentorship period, where I will mentor them as they train this bird till the day they will sell them. What we are doing here in Opobo is to make sure we export broilers and eggs. So now people come from outside to buy these birds. So before we go out to get it, but now we can now export these birds from here to any other places. We send to Port Harcourt, we send to Akwa Ibom, all that neighboring villages, they are coming here to buy from us. So it's also improving the economy of our people.
The project supports participants across the entire value chain: production, processing, and marketing.
The Rivers State government is intensifying its fight against quackery in the health sector and has vowed to sanction qualified doctors who support unapproved medical facilities. The chairman of the State Anti-Quackery Committee and Director of Medical Services at the Ministry of Health, Dr. Vincent Wachuku, made this known in Port Harcourt to our briefing journalists on the committee's renewed clampdown. He also reaffirmed the government's ban on unapproved medical outreaches to individuals and organizations. He explained that the ongoing operation has already shut down at least 72 illegal health facilities in Rivers State and led to the arrest of about 12 suspects since the committee was inaugurated last year.
Now, we will also want to use this medium to warn once more, because recall in one of the press briefings we granted, we had said that no religious organization, no private hospital, no NGO, no civil society organization, no individual, not even a company, is authorized to carry out any form of free medical care
without an approval from the Ministry of Health through the Office of Director, Medical Services, Rivers State Ministry of Health. So we are reiterating that point today, that they should note that at any point they are noticed to be doing such, then they will face the wrath of the law.
Supporting the move, the chairman of the Nigerian Medical Association, Rivers State Chapter, warns that the association will not protect any doctor involved in illegal practice.
If you're not registered with the Rivers State Ministry of Health, you're not qualified to do what you're currently doing. If you're practicing in a place that is not supposed to be used for a hospital, then you should desist from it from now, because the anti-quackery committee will get you. As you've noticed, we are going beyond just Obiako and Port Harcourt. We are going to places far away from the main cities. And the moment a committee gets you, you'll be arrested, you'll be prosecuted. The enemy is not going to start to defend you because you're a doctor. The enemy will do the right thing to make sure that you serve the punishment you're supposed to serve.
The Rivers State government is intensifying its fight against quackery, but now to where 60 widows, children and wives of serving officers under the 6th Division of the Nigerian Army have benefited from a skills acquisition and empowerment program. The initiative was fully facilitated by the OPM Foundation, with the Army and its Women's Wing endorsing the gesture. Our correspondent, Deborah Agwalama, reports.
It's a joyous moment for these 60 trainees after 6 months of intensive training in catering, cake making, tailoring, makeup, ICT and other entrepreneurial skills. Some of them are families of fallen heroes, men and women who gave their lives to defend the nation. The Omega Power Ministry Skills Center in Port Harcourt, Rivers State Capital, hosts the graduation ceremony. Here, the OPM Foundation gives soldiers' families a chance to review their lives through free skills training and empowerment. The beneficiaries, many of them widows, cannot hide their joy. They describe the program as a lifeline.
I've not been to this skill before. This is my first time, and I learned a lot. I learned many things from this skill I came. So I thank God, and I pray that God will continue to guide him, continue to give him long life and prosperity.
I'm really happy. I've never had an opportunity like this, but by the grace of God and because of the man of God, we have the opportunity to come here. So I'm really happy.
The leadership of OPM says the initiative reflects its commitment to supporting vulnerable groups and restoring hope.
Why we are in our homes sleeping? The Nigerian army, they are fighting Boko Haram. They are fighting. They are fighting insecurity. So how else can we encourage them? You see all these widows that their husbands died in active service. I say, what do I do to encourage them? Because when the husband, he didn't die because he wanted to die. He's defending this nation, defending our country, and he died in the process. So let's see how we can help those widows, and that is what we are doing. Okay, let's train them in different skills. After training, not just training, because you can train people and the people just stay without doing anything. See, we train them, then we empower them.
Starter packs including sewing machines, laptops, ovens, gas cookers, makeup kits, and paint production materials are presented to the new graduates. The General Officer Commanding 6th Division, Major General Emmanuel Emeka, and his wife, who also chairs the National Association of Army Officers' Wives, NAOA, praised the foundation for the gesture.
This activity is just one aspect of that is command philosophy, and we are very happy. And the chief will keep saying that the Nigerian army is the people's army. The army belongs to the people. So everybody is supposed to do something to support the army. And I want to enjoin other individuals, spirited individuals, organizations to take a leaf from what Professor Apostle Chibuzo have done, we cannot thank you enough.
The high point of the ceremony is the issuance of certificates and the distribution of starter packs to all participants, equipping them for the next chapter of their lives. Deborah Abalama, Channels Television News.
Now, from there, we'll turn our attention to the alleged politicization of HYPREP in response to a media briefing 2 days ago alleging that the hydrocarbon pollution remediation project, HYPREP, is actually being politicized. The Kana Local Government Traditional Rulers Council has thrown its weight behind the president for his appointments into the Board of Trustees. The chairman of the council made the statement during a media briefing held in Bori, headquarters of Kana Local Government area, on Tuesday.
His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, for establishing of the University of Environment and Technology in Ogoniland. We further express our gratitude to the President for appointing distinguished sons of Kanadogo government area to serve our fatherland at the top level, including Professor Don Baridam Astro, Chancellor and Chairman Governing Council of the Federal University of Environment and Technology, and Right Honorable Emmanuel Weka Deya as Chairman, Board of Trustee, Ogoni Fund, HYPREP. We congratulate Honorable Bayelsa Thomas on his re-election as Chairman of Kanadogo Government. Council is displeased with the continual and most irresponsible media attacks on the appointment of Right Honorable Emmanuel Deya.
And in Delta State, the state governor, Sheriff Oborevori, has received recognition for his efforts in transforming the state's healthcare sector. The Nigerian Medical Association, the National Association of Residential Doctors, that is resident doctors, and the Governing Council of the Federal Medical University, Kwale, have commended his achievements, describing the future of healthcare in Delta as promising.
The Nigerian Medical Association, NMA, led by the state chairman, Dr. Israel Adaihu, pays a courtesy visit to Delta State Governor Sheriff Oborevori in Asaba, the Delta State capital, to commend his strides in the healthcare sector. The NMA highlights key achievements of the governor and how they are improving the overall health system.
The administration has been recognized with a $400,000 award for excellence in primary healthcare delivery, underscoring the effectiveness of your more agenda in advancing the healthcare infrastructure and services. Also of note is the Delta State Contributory Health Commission scheme, which has become the leading health insurance scheme in Nigeria.
The governor, in his response, urges the NMA to remain dedicated, avoid industrial actions, and continue to make sacrifices for the people.
We must try our best to make our doctors happy so that they don't die. So some of the issues that you have raised here, we already attended to some of them. I want to thank you all for coming. My appeal again is that this your visit, this policy call will be a blessing for Delta State. So when you are going for strike, the only strike, please exempt Delta State from the only strike.
The high point of the visit is the presentation of a recognition award to the governor by the medical body for his efforts in improving doctors' welfare. In a related development, Governor Oborevori also receives the Pro-Chancellor and Governing Council of the Federal University of Medical and Health Sciences, Kwale. He describes the institution as a legacy project that will boost healthcare and education in Delta State.
I know in recent years, the medical profession has faced the challenge of doctors leaving the country in droves for greener pasture abroad. I have great respect for those of you They have stayed back to tough it out. The nation owes you in terms of gratitude.
With continuous investment in infrastructure, training, and education, stakeholders believe Delta State is positioning itself as both a healthcare and academic hub in Nigeria.
The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Olufemi Oloyede, has insisted that the Nigerian Army remains committed to building stronger ties with rural communities to support its constitutional duty of protecting the nation's territorial integrity. He gave the assurance while commissioning a newly remodeled academy block at the Itam Secondary School in Itu local government area of Akwa Ibom State.
A school project executed by an alumnus, Major General Effiong Ekpenyong, under the Chief of Army Staff Special Intervention Civil-Military Cooperation Project, highlights the Nigerian Army's efforts to strengthen civil-military relations. Representing the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluyede, the General Officer Commanding 6th Division and Land Component Commander of Joint Task Force South-South, Operation Delta Safe, Major General Emmanuel Eric Emeka, reveals that the Army has so far carried out more than 200 intervention projects across the country to foster stronger ties with local communities.
The Nigerian Army has so far undertaken over 200 intervention projects across the 6 geopolitical zones of the country. These have significantly contributed to non-kinetic efforts at managing the country's security challenges. Let me emphasize that this intervention is designed to strengthen the bond between the Nigerian Army and communities that continue to offer the nation some of the finest sons and daughters for service.
Facilitator of the project, an old student of the school, Major General Effiong Ekpenyong, expresses gratitude to the Chief of Army Staff for giving him the opportunity to contribute to the development of his community.
I want to specifically appreciate the Chief of Army Staff who brought about this noble and laudable initiative and provided necessary funds whereby major generals are made to give back something to their community through the construction of viable projects that have positive impacts on the people. It is on this basis that I choose to renovate and remodel this iconic building in this school. It is hoped that the project would enhance robust relationship and partnership between the community and the Nigerian Army.
The Commissioner for Education, Professor Ubong Umor, commends the Nigerian Army for its role in supporting education and contributing to societal development.
We've seen officers and men of the Nigerian Army and also other services in the Nigerian military having education at the forefront of their most important significant responsibility. And as such, it is upon this that we deeply commend our own son, Major General Effiong Ekpenyong, for considering this at the heart of his own benevolence towards his own community.
The project is one of several executed by the military in the state as part of its commitment to promoting cordial civil-military relations.
And that's it on Newsroom series today. Thank you for watching. I'm Olumide Mokolo.